What's up, people? Jamming this morning. Trying to get shit done, you know? Got a lot of stuff to do. A lot. Listen to good music, man, that's all.
Get out of my way, nigga, be quick. They can't ride on my way, they get seasick. I may move it, you niggas could pre-dip. You a pussy, a fat one like he could. So don't walk in my shadow, get eclipse. I sit back and I'm watching, I pee shit. Say don't sneak this, my nigga won't resist. You niggas don't see shit. They say like they want you dead, telling me I go. They put prices on my head, work to break the snow. Got that fire on me now, you can get the smoke.
Something happened. That's the first time that's happened. That turned off. It's also because I had it on max, so probably overheated. Exactly what happened. Gotta get stuff done, man. I gotta get coffee in me. I gotta get music in me. I gotta pack up all my shit. I gotta be out of here this week. I gotta hustle up about $5 grand this week, man. It's not cool. I'll do it. It's not hard if you put your mind to it. It's not. I just been kind of putting it off. I don't want to sell my stuff. I don't want to leave this house, but I do. If you haven't heard of Alabama Massacre 8, Part 8, best song ever. 14-minute song, man. It's crazy. It's a 14-minute song, and I can listen to every single verse that they lay down. I can listen to this song on repeat. And the reason why I like it too is because they're speaking the truth, man. They're not talking about bullshit. They're pointing out all the bullshit, which I love to do. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of my system. It's funny because it's only a 200 watt. It's only a 200 watt receiver. But what makes it is this right here. The center speaker is what does it. I paid a lot of money for that speaker. It's Infinity, man. You look at the back, they'll show you why they cost so much. Look at it. I mean, just look at the back of it, you know, it's all copper, you know what I mean? Copper plated, gold plated, you know? Infinity makes really good stuff. If when I get my Geo Metro done, I'm gonna be running JL Audio W7 speakers for the subs, and then I'll be using Infinity components all the way around. That's the plan. That's why I sold all my equipment. I had a Kicker 12 for it, and I was gonna run. I had Rockford Fosgate Punch Series. I was gonna run inside the car, but I prefer JL Audio. I do. They're better. Cost more money, but the sound quality is better. That's another. Dude, all these rappers, man, all these hip hop artists, man, they're good, bro. There's not many rappers that Listen, man, there's not that much music out there today that is mainstream that gets my juices flowing. I've listened to hip hop my whole life. I grew up on hip hop. My Polish cousin, he had a Serato in his basement, and we played nothing but hip hop, discs. We have tons of records. I grew up all around that stuff my whole life. I've made music my whole life, so I've listened to music my whole life. So that's another thing I'm going to be speaking about. A lot of people don't know what's going on, on my Facebook. So a lot of stuff that I've been doing this past half year, I've been hashtagging. And a lot of people don't hashtag, which surprised me. I think it's more of, like maybe they're shy or they don't understand how Facebook works. But I started hashtagging everything, and I'm talking writing full pages on my timeline. And I wrote poems, I've been writing scripture. I've been writing my heart. I've been pouring out my heart over the internet. About Jesus, about my life, about the culture and how people are, and how American society is. And that's how I kind of got this music following. So a lot of these music artists, they seen what I was writing, and they realized that what I was writing was music. So it's the same thing. Everything that I've been doing on Facebook, it's pretty much the same thing. I write. Here's the thing: is I couldn't get my book published. I couldn't afford to get my book published when I first came home. Margarita and I had to separate because of the stupid family. So I had a lot of pain, And these music artists seen that what I was doing. They seen that I was using, my gift, which is poetry, just like writing music. I write music, but I decided to do it for free over Facebook to help people. That's actually one of my favorite rappers right here. Lil Smoke, if I didn't have Margarita, I'd hit it. Lil Smoke got the juice, man. Look at her, man. Come on, man. She's fly as hell, man. She got that Nickelodeon shirt on, man. Man, that shirt's so hard, bro. I grew up with fucking Rugrats, man. I used to watch that shit every day. Every morning I watch Rugrats, man. Every fucking day I watch that shit. Religiously, man, I watch fucking Rugrats. Well, I forgot what I was talking about. I hear good music, I got excited. Oh, but yeah, the hashtagging, these people, these music artists, they see what I was doing, and, people wanted to be part of it. People, and they seen that I make music, and I was really planning on spending my money and doing this music festival tour. I really was. But God has other plans for me, man. God does that. He does it a lot. Everybody has many dreams. Everybody does. This is why I'm doing these videos. Everybody has multiple dreams, because they get influenced by people. They grow up, My dream to sail, if it wasn't for a DJ, my older brother's, my dad's girlfriend's oldest son, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this dream. I wouldn't be into computers, Linux computers like I am. You know, if it wasn't for my dad and the boat background, I wouldn't have the boat knowledge that I have, you know? If it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't have the gun knowledge that I have, you know? And I'm not naive, you know? I grew up in a really tough neighborhood, so, you know, looks are deceiving, man. You know, I can go dress and look good if I want, but I choose not to. I dress how I feel I should dress. You know, I don't dress according to what I think people should think I should look. I gave that up a long time ago, man. Listen, do what you think is good. Follow your heart. Your heart will tell you where to go, where you shall lead. The spirit will tell you, man. So, yeah, I'm happy the laptop's working, which, you know, it wasn't working for the last 3 or 4 days, so I'm hoping I don't have any copyright issues running that song, because, you know, I share all my music and stuff, and even on my Facebook, and, you know, everybody knows that it's the first thing it says, all the music that I share, credit goes to those who made the music. You know, I don't want any credit for it. I share it simply because the music that I do share is spirit-led. It's, you know, anything that I share is going to be good. It's not going to be garbage. Anything that I say, it's going to be the truth. It won't be false. So, and if it is, please, please, please point it out. Please. I doubt that'll ever happen, though. And if you do point something out, it's going to be ignorance. I can almost guarantee it. I can guarantee it. So, but yeah, I made coffee. Just a little bit of honey, milk. Should I put the milk back? This is actually a mix of coffee. This is Tim Hortons, Maxwell House. It's got that Arabic coffee. That really strong shit I mentioned in another video. So yeah, I gotta get all this stuff packed up, man. I started taking down that stuff. Sucks, man. I gotta pack up all the fucking glass still. All I did was clean the back room a little bit. I got that stuff organized. You know, I gotta get this in my storage unit, you know, like, this has been covered its whole life, you know. I've always covered it. I just recently uncovered it to take a picture, and I've sat on it twice. A couple times to hit that, and that's it. So, it's funny, so I mentioned in another video, they came out with a new paper called the Epoch Times. It's called Truth and Tradition. I didn't know they had it. They gave it out for free. I think it's funny because of all the stuff that I started on Facebook with my Facebook going viral and all the hashtags. Yeah. Listen, man, I'm telling you, I'm the only one that started that shit. I'm the one that did that shit. There ain't nobody else that done that shit like me. That's why that's the only reason why I have so many followers, really, is because of my poetry. On my second Facebook. If you go on the first one, which is, I still want to find out who the fuck it is. I mentioned in the video I've been keeping everything, all the stuff that they send. They ordered something in my email today. They ordered something, some car thing. They always try to get, what it is they're trying to get me to, they're phishing. They call it phishing. So what they're trying to do is they're sending emails. They know my email, right? So they're sending like fake emails, or they're acting like I basically purchased something. They're trying to make it look like I purchased something, so I'll click on it, like a receipt, and then I'll click on the actual link and I'll open it up. And then once I open up that link, it will run a code and it will gain access to my phone. And then they'll try to, you know, get into my phone remotely. Once they have my phone, once they have a port open, right, and they have that, you know, they can get into my phone remotely, they'll try to run code on it and then either get my Bitcoins, which I have Bitcoins on here. You know, and mostly they go for passwords. That's usually what they go for. because it's hard to get that type of stuff, to transfer all those Bitcoins, you know what I mean? They physically have to pull them off, you know? So it's not that as easy as people think. You gotta remember too, you know, when they design this stuff, they make it very secure for the most part, you know? And, you know, that's why it's so important not to give these people this information, because most of the time when the hackers do get it, it's because the person was naive and gave them the information which helped them to, you know, gain access to this information, this data. So, yeah, it's kind of irritating, actually. They're still trying to hack my stuff, you know? But it is what it is. It just shows that, you know, I got something they want. It shows that, you know, I know what I'm talking about. And people don't like it. People have threatened me. I get threatened. I would show you guys these threats, but I don't feel, it's not professional, first of all. Second of all, I don't want anything put over the internet, and, you know, I don't need to accuse anybody of anything, or anybody to see anything, and take it the wrong way. So I'm just gonna keep this stuff. I've been, reporting it. Every time I get an email and stuff like that, I report it to the email place. Anytime I get a Facebook message like that, I report it to Facebook. You know, I have everything copied. I was thinking about going on the police station, which there's no need for it right now. No, I don't feel my life is at risk, so there's no need for it, because the police ain't gonna be able to do anything. You know, they're not. They're gonna make a police report. What are they gonna do? It's all computer stuff. So, you know, this person, when I've been doing so you can do you can use Nmap, and you can do packet tracing and stuff. You can kind of figure out where people are, you know, for the most part, where they're at. And what I'm getting is this person's in Africa. But I mentioned they could be running a VPN, you know, which I'm sure they are. You know, you could use Onion, Tor, which is what, you know, that's like the black internet. That's what the government designed, which I can explain a little. The reason why they designed it, first of all, is because anything that's encrypted over the internet, right, you could tell that it was encrypted. Therefore, you knew that it was military, right? So you would spend a lot of time decrypting it. So that's why they came out with Tor. So the more people that use Tor, right, the VPN, the more people that use it, the more secure it can become, technically, you know, because you got everybody using it, you know, and it's all encrypted, and it's all running through a VPN. You don't know who's who. Do I recommend using Tor? Not really. Unless you need it, unless you have a use for it. You know, most people that use Tor, they're doing bad stuff over it. Not everything, not everybody. You know, the government, the military uses it all day, every day. You know, all types of people use it. You know, the Silk Road, that's kind of what started the Silk Road back in 2011, 2012, which was popping. I've ordered stuff on that site, with friends of mine back in the day, before it got shut down. So with Bitcoin, so that's when I started getting into Bitcoin mining, which I'm kind of wish I would have stayed into it. My buddy's rich now, and the company I was working for, I ended up leaving, which I mentioned, CPR Self and Repair. I built all their Bitcoin machines, and I was about to invest a lot of money into that. And instead, I found out I had a daughter, and I quit that job and tried to make it work with my daughter's mother, which didn't work out. So, I never went back to that job, and I never really got back into that Bitcoin mining. So I bought Bitcoin since I've been home, but I haven't mined any Bitcoins. I don't have any computer power, serious computer power like that. You know, you gotta have a couple graphics cards and a serious power to hash. Which I might do eventually. You know, I don't know yet. I have to figure that out because that's passive income. I'm thinking about maybe buying a mining system and setting it in the corner, because all you gotta do is pay for internet, and all you gotta do is pay for power, which I'm already doing. So, and then if it's sitting there hashing all the time, you know, you gotta pay for hardware too, though. The hardware goes bad. People don't put that into account. You know, these graphics cards that people are running to do this hashing, you know, they're $1,000 cards a piece. They're running 4 at a time. You know, that's $4,000 machine. Plus, that's just the graphics cards. You know, and then you're running, you know, the software to run it, the hash software, but you're making money. You know, depends on how much you're making. I don't know. I haven't done that stuff since 2012, 2013. I haven't mined anything since then. I want to, you know, but I gotta get down south. I gotta go. It's hurting me, man. Like, that shirt Margarita got me, it says guapo on it. It tells you exactly what guapo means. Guapo, it's an adjective, like any other guy, just way hotter. See also, handsome, hot, and good looking. She says that's me. And then I got her that hat and the backpack. She's had that. We have pictures of her with that on. You know, I got to take all that stuff down. Her hat that I have when I proposed to her, that's her hat, you know, like, I got to take all this stuff down. It's fucking me up, man. It is. And then I still got to pack it all up, and the truck hasn't sold yet. That's what's fucking me up. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I got a phone call yesterday, so I'm hoping they call me back today. They called me last night when I was doing a video. It was a 313 number, but they didn't leave a text message. They didn't leave a voicemail, so whatever. Hopefully I get a phone call on that. I really need to get rid of that. Because honestly, that's the only thing that's kind of keeping me here, is that truck. Once I sell that truck, all this stuff can go in the storage unit, and I'm bouncing. I'm leaving. I gotta go. I'm gonna be heading right to Maine. I'm gonna be heading to New York, Buffalo, New York. I'm gonna get some footage of the Niagara Falls. I'm probably gonna ride around the Niagara Falls for you guys and for myself, of course. And then I'm probably gonna shoot through New York City. I've never been through New York City. That's a plan of mine. I want to shoot through it and see it, you know. And I'm gonna be living on a budget. Out of my car doing this, traveling. So, it's gonna be rough. You guys are gonna see it's gonna be tough. You know, I might even be picking people up on the ride. You know, I'm serious. I pick people up all the time. I've gotten picked up. I have no problem riding with people. I love meeting new people, man. That's who I am. I'm serious. I've hopped in the back of the truck and I've gone miles laying in the back of a truck, man. That's just who I am, man. And that's what God wants me to do. God wants me to travel for him. He wants me to get out there. He wants me to talk to people. He wants me to see people and you know, share this gift that I have. That everyone has. Everyone has their own little gift. That's another thing I'll be making over. You know, Jesus says, you know, he is the body. He is the church. So when you think of it, right, when you worship him, right, we all come together and worship him. We're like the body, right? One person might be the ear, one person might be the foot, one person might be the hand. You know, we all have a gift. That's why I mentioned in one of my first videos, actually I I was sitting in front of the washer. I was doing laundry. If you can find the video where I was doing laundry, that's a really good video for you to watch if you want to understand how to be a king or a queen. Because that touches on that topic right there. There's many things you need to understand and you need to learn about the chessboard to understand life, which I'll be going over in a lot of the videos over, these period of time as I make them. So, which it's in my book as well, it's going to be more clearly explained in my book, which I want to finish, man, I do. And I don't want to finish it until I get time with Margarita and time down south and alone. Because I gotta tie it all up. And, there's some things that I want to, I got to answer. There's questions that I'm asking myself that I still need, I'm searching for answers, And it's hard. I've been asking God for these answers, and I really can't answer these questions that I'm asking that I want to put in the book for everyone until I travel down south and get the sailboat and have Margarita on the boat. Because without that experience, I don't know. When my phone is on there, it makes me feel like my eyes cross-eyed, like I have like one eye is to the left more or not. I don't know, I'm pretty sure my eyes are, they're fine. I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy. So, there's a lot going on with the channel, man. I mentioned that before, so, and it doesn't help I'm not gone yet. I really need to sell this truck. That's all that's keeping me here is this truck. I would have already been gone. This stuff, if you ever go to the Chinese place, I bought it just for the bottle because I like the girl and stuff, but it's cooking rice. Basically, it's alcohol. Exactly what it is. It's distilled from rice. It's confinement water, exclusive for cooking. It's really just rice wine. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But they use it for cooking. But I go to a lot of places, man. I buy stuff all around the world. I go to all these different places, man. Like, I got that. I bought that. Brookings in New York. Never been there, but I seen it. I thought it was cool. This is from this stuff right here is the best stuff ever. It's called Water Huameca. Margarita showed me it. Listen, man, this is the best drink you'll ever have, bro. Like, health-wise, too. It's so good. And literally, it just means Jamaica. But you say Huameca. Huameca. I won't drink it because I don't see her. And this was the one that she brought, This is hers, This is hers from Mexico. Like, she brought this with her up. And I've had it. I won't drink it. I want to so bad, but I won't. I won't. I go down to South, like if I want Huameca, I just go down to Southwest Detroit and I hit the taco truck up and I get some. That's just what I do. It's funny, I was looking for this cup. I couldn't find it. And there it was. It was by my computer the whole time. Stupid me. So that's what I'll be doing today, man. I gotta pack up today and I'm probably gonna go for a bike ride. I gotta try to sell this truck, man. I might have to go get a for sale sign, like an orange one or something. Figure that out. So, where's my coffee? I'll go ahead and read a Bible verse. It kind of fucked me up. I flipped open to Isaiah this morning. Well, last night. And I read it last night, and I stopped reading it because it fucked me up, like, reading this, and then I finished it today, and Isaiah, man. Isaiah is probably the one of the longest prophetic books that are in the Bible. Isaiah, you know, prophesied a lot. And, you know, Isaiah, you know, Jesus actually studied Isaiah. You know, Isaiah is part of the Old Testament. So, it's a really important book to study. And then it hurts when you study it because you see what God's going to do, man. And it's terrible because when you read this, you see people, it hurts. Listen, man. People that are begging for Jesus to come back now, listen, bro, I'm telling you, it's when Jesus comes back, it's not going to be a good thing. It's not. It's going to be terrible. You know how many people don't accept God or accept Jesus, man? You know how many people are going to run and ask forgiveness when he comes, and they're not going to have a chance anymore, man. They're going to be executed with brimstone, man. They're going to be done. They're going to be cooked. And it's sad to know that, but I'm going to read it. So, I flipped this open, man, and, you know, it's Isaiah 24. It says, the landscape will be a moonscape. It says, danger ahead. God's about to ravish the earth and leave it in ruins. Rip everything out by the roots and send everyone scurrying, priests and lay people alike, owners and workers alike, celebrities and nobodies alike, buyers and sellers alike, bankers and beggars alike, the haves and have-nots. The landscape will be a moonscape, totally wasted. And why? Because God says so. He's issued the orders. The earth turns gaunt and gray, the world silent and sad, sky and land lifeless, colorless. And then it says, earth polluted by its very own people, which is true. We pollute it. This is why I'm going out there to do all this stuff. All this global warming, and I'm going to be chasing the weather and doing all these videos to prove. And with my personality and my influence that I have on Facebook and all the people that are supporting me, it's going to be known. It's going to be. I guarantee it. I put that on God. I put that on my daughter. So it says, earth polluted by its very own people. Earth is polluted by its very own people, who have broken its laws, disrupted its order, violated the sacred and the eternal covenant. Therefore a curse, like a cancer, ravaging the earth. Its people pay the price of their sacrilege. They dwindle away, dying out one by one. No more wine, no more vineyards, no more songs or singers. The laughter of castanets is gone. The shouts of celebrants is gone. The laughter of fiddles gone. No more parties with toasts of champagne. Serious drinkers gag on their drinks. The chaotic cities are unlivable. Anarchy reigns. Every house is boarded up, condemned. People riot in the streets for wine. But the good times are gone forever. No more joy for this old world. The city is dead and deserted, bulldozed into piles of rubble. That's the way it will be on this earth. This is the fate of all nations. An olive tree shaken clean of its olives, a grapevine picked clean of its grapes. But there are some who will break into glad song. Out of the west they'll shout out all God's majesty. Yes, from the east God's glory will ascend. Every island of the sea will broadcast God's fame, the fame of the God of Israel. From the four winds and the seven seas we hear the singing, all praise to the righteous one, which is Jesus. But I said, that's all well and good for somebody, but all I can see is doom, doom and more doom. All of them at one another's throats. Yes, all of them at one another's throats. Terror and pits and booby traps are everywhere. Whoever you are, if you run from the terror, you'll fall into a pit. If you climb out of the pit, you'll get caught up in a trap. Chaos pours out of the skies. The foundations of the earth are crumbling. Earth is smashed to pieces. Earth is ripped to shreds. Earth is wobbling out of control. The earth staggers like a drunk, sways back and forth in a high wind, like a shack in a high wind. Its piled up sins are too much for it. It collapses and won't get up again. That's when God will call on the carpet rebel powers in the skies and rebel kings on earth. They'll be rounded up like prisoners in a jail, corralled and locked up in a jail, and then sentenced and be put to hard labor. Shamefaced moon will cower, humiliated, red-faced sun will skulk, disgraced, because God of the angel armies will take over, ruling from Mount Zion and Jerusalem, splendid and glorious before all of his leaders. You know, and then I'll finish reading. It says, God's hand rests on this mountain. And then I'm kind of glad I read this too, because after you see all that bad stuff, you know, you hear what he's going to do. It hurts to hear that, but, you know, I think this is good. God, you are my God. I celebrate you. I praise you. You've done your share of miracle wonders. Well thought out plan, solid and sure. Here you've reduced the city to rubble, the strong city to a pile of stones. The enemy big city is a non-city, never to be a city again. Superpowers will see it and honor you. Brutal oppressors bow in worshipful reverence. They'll see that you take care of the poor, that you take care of poor people in trouble. Provide a warm, dry place in the bad weather. Provide a cool place when it's hot. Brutal oppressors are like a winter blizzard, and vicious foreigners like high noon in the desert. But you shelter from the storm, and shade from the sun. Shut the mouths of the big-mouthed bullies. But here on this mountain, God of the angel armies will throw a feast for all the people of the world, a feast of the finest foods, a feast with vintage wines, a feast of 7 courses, a feast lavish with gourmet desserts. And here on this mountain, God will banish the pall of doom hanging over all peoples, the shadow of doom darkening all nations. Yes, he'll banish death forever, and God will wipe the tears from every face. He'll remove every sign of disgrace from his people, wherever they are. Yes, God says so. Also, at that time, people will say, look at what's happened. This is our God. We waited for him, and he showed up and saved us. This God, the one we waited for, let's celebrate, sing the joy of his salvation. God's hand rests on this mountain. As for the Moabites, they'll be treated like refuse. Waste, shoveled into a cesspool, thrashed away as they will, like swimmers trying to stay afloat. They'll sink in the sewage. Their pride will pull them under. The famous fortifications will crumble to nothing. Those mighty walls reduce to dust. So, a lot of people don't understand what the Moabites are. Which is funny because in prison we have a gang group called the Moabites, and all of them are fags, by the way. All of them. Every single Moabite I've ever met is gay. And it's crazy because their prison code, too, is if you're doing more than 10 years, you're allowed to have a boy. That's fucked up. I don't care how many years you got. It's not okay to have sex with another man, period. Ever. And then it's crazy, too. I'd go to these prisons, right? These guys, dude, wouldn't even make it a year before they start fucking other dudes because they can't wait 2 years until they come home. That's crazy. Why don't you just go... I was there for 3 years, man. Listen, there's women there. There's COs that work there, correctional officers, women. There's fat women that work in the kitchen. They like to eat. You're a fat woman in a kitchen surrounded by men. You put the two together. Listen, people know how to get it in. But it's funny to me that there's other people that... But anyways, the Moabites. So the Moabites were an incested tribe. It was an incestful tribe. So if I find the story, which I'd have to dig through the Old Testament, but how the Moabites started was Lot and the kids, his 2 daughters. His 2 daughters thought that they were the only people left in the desert on the world, and that they were gonna die and not have any family if they didn't sleep with their dad. They weren't ever gonna have kids. That's how the evil one fucks with their head. Will fuck with your head. So what did they do? The oldest daughter gets the dad fucking sloppy ass drunk and puts him in the tent and then sleeps with him and gets pregnant and then has the little sister do it too. And that's how the Moabites started. That's how the whole incest tribe started. The Bible clearly says it. It's fucked up, but that's what the Moabites are. If you claim that's what the original Moabite tribe was. I'm not saying that's what the gang members are, because that's stupid to say that. You know, there's no connection at all. But I just thought it was funny, you know, that they actually have, you know, a gang called Moabites, and all of them are gay. There's only one that I hung out with that was a Moabite, and his name was LB, and he got down on me, and I got down on him before I came out, and he said he's gonna kill me, and I thought it was funny because he's just a fucking teddy bear. He ain't gonna kill nobody. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. You ain't killing nobody. Shut up. And then I love the dude, man. Like, I care about him, man. He's looked out for me, you know. And I don't believe he's gay like that, you know. He might have, you know, done something like that maybe, but I don't see it, you know. But every other Moabite, you can clearly see it. Like, and they like white boys too, just so you know. If you're a white boy, watch. If you're a white boy and you're tiny and you're small and you ain't got no muscle and you don't know how to fight, watch your booty. Serious, stay away from the Moabites. Don't go around them. But, yeah, so, yeah, you know, that's what I read, dude, and it fucked me up, man, that the landscape will be a moonscape, you know, and that was Isaiah, bro. It hurts to see that, to know that, you know, that, listen, the earth doesn't last forever. It's all part of the universe. It's all part of the thing. There's so many ways to describe it, but it's universal law, man. You know, nothing lasts forever. This earth will eventually get destroyed. And God never meant for this earth to be... We were supposed to live forever on this earth, so you know. It clearly says that we're supposed to live forever on this earth. Until Adam and Eve ate from the tree, God had to curse the earth. If you read Genesis, that's the first thing he did was curse. He cursed the people on the earth. He cursed Adam and Eve. He said, ground to ground you came, the ground you will go, and you will toil on the earth for all the days of your life. It means you'll work. You'll sweat from the brow, it said. That means you'll sweat and you'll work. You'll only find happiness in the work that you're doing in God. That's the only happiness man will ever find is in God and in work. And then he cursed woman as well. And he cursed woman and said woman will only ever find happiness in the man. So therefore, a woman will never find true happiness in her career or anything other than her spiritual man. And what's crazy is when you read that and you realize that, and then you really, really think, you finally realize that a woman finds her confidence in her man. So if a man isn't confident, the woman ain't going to be confident. Because the woman doesn't find confidence in herself. She finds confidence in her spiritual husband, which her spiritual husband finds confidence in Jesus. And that's how it's supposed to work. That's why you're supposed to worship Jesus as the head, as the master in the family. Because therefore, when the man worships Jesus, he finds confidence in Jesus. He's solid. He doesn't falter. Every time he sways, God lifts him up. And therefore, the woman follows behind. She finds confidence in him because that guy knows how to love properly, knows how to forgive properly, knows, and it doesn't falter. She has confidence in him because he's solid, because he's always he's the same every time. He's not switching up. He's consistent, he's reliable, and he's loving. His heart is open. And she will see that. But vice versa. That's why women stay in abusive relationships, because they don't know any better. They're not taught any better. And then they think that staying in the abusive relationship and doing whatever they're doing is making that man happy, because that's the only way they find happiness is making that man happy. A woman will never be fully joyful without making a man happy. It's not possible. We're meant to be together. God is unisex. The only time we're fully together is the closest we can become, the closest we can come to God physically in this life, physically and spiritually, is when we make love. It's a true fact. When it even says in the Bible, which I'll clearly explain, it says when man and woman unite and the man goes inside the woman, you become one. You become united in spirit, and that's the closest you become to God. And when you die, so you know you're not gonna be you're. Listen, man, take the time that you have with your family now, with the people that you love now, because your time when you go to heaven, all your ecstasies, all your joy, and all your happinesses are going to be with the Lord. It isn't going to be with your people. That's not how it works. The Bible clearly teaches that, which, you know, we'll go over it when I come across it. You know, I'll explain it. You know, but I do want to smoke. I want to eat some cereal. I gotta check my Facebook Marketplace, see if anybody messaged me. I'm gonna do a little bit of packing, clean up. I'm probably gonna open up the blinds. I need to get some light in here. It seems kind of gloomy. I said it was gonna be 76 today. I checked the weather, so that was like way later. So yeah, the sun's kind of coming out now. So, but that's like way later, you know. Let's see. Yeah, it's 56 now. Which I got to get all this stuff installed on that laptop. So I'm happy it's working. Open weather says it's going to be 77, the highest today at 3. Which I mentioned in a video, that's normally when the sun peaks, between 2:33. Which I've been studying, like the 60th parallel and, you know, below and stuff. Which is kind of creepy to me. I'm seeing a lot of weird videos that, like, the government, like the Navy won't let you go past it. But I don't see me wanting to go really past that because it's cold water. I'm going to be in a fiberglass boat. There's no need for me to go down to the Arctic or Antarctic. So I just wonder why they don't allow people to go there. I'm assuming it's for studies, because if you go that far north, you get light for 24 hours at a day, you know, until it switches, which I've been studying that, which I also found, I found an open source, chart, so I've been looking for sailboat charting software, you know, so I can basically, you know, chart my sailboat where I'm going. And it's called Open Chart. I think that's what it's called, Open Chart. Oh, hold on. I just had it pulled up. This is stupid. I had it linked. I had it pulled up, and I don't know what it did, but I gotta pull it back up. Yeah, it's called OpenCPN. So, I'm excited, man. Cause I mentioned that about the Raspberry Pi the other day, right? And like the Arduinos. Well, they have they got OpenCPN, Open Chart Plotter, so chart plotter navigation, so I can plot, you know, where I want to go, and it's Linux supported and it's Raspberry Pi supported, so I can, you know, I can get one of these little boards right here, and I can build me a little box, and I can do what I want. I'm excited, bro, because it's open source. That means I don't have to pay for it, and I'm a big Linux geek already anyways. That's all I do is mess with open source software. You know, I pay for software too. I have Windows machines. You have to have Windows. You have to. It's proprietary. You have to have paid software. It's a given. And I have one, so it's expensive as fuck. Stupid. I was thinking about putting Windows 11 on it, but I don't think it can. I don't think it supports Windows 11, to be honest with you. I really don't. So I might end up, I don't know if I'm going to need, I really don't need Windows 11. I have Windows 10, so that's just fine. Windows 11 isn't going to be any better, really. But I might end up getting I got to figure it all out when I get down there. There's going to be many machines on that boat. I'm going to have a lot going on down there. And that's another thing, too, is the weight. The heavier the boat, the better. But a boat can only support so much weight, you know. It's only designed to hold so much weight. And I'm going to be putting all these batteries and computer systems and, weather systems and stuff. It's going to be adding a lot of weight quick, really quick. You know, so it's going to be really, it's important I figure all this out. And then if I'm going to be chartering, I got to put people on the boat. It's another difficulty, you know. I won't know all this stuff till I figure out what boat I'm getting, and that's hard to figure out till you get down there. And I got a lot to do before I even get down there. So, but I'm excited to share it with you guys. You know, I'm learning all this stuff too as I'm going. So, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a learning experience for me and for everyone else that's following me. So that'd be cool. I'm excited to show you guys all this stuff and actually get